expert. That is why we have Uzuyanda here. She's going to give us a brief presentation on doping. Sisi, the stage is yours.
My name is Ziyanda Pusakwe, and I'm here, I'm here representing the South African Institute for Drug-Free Sport. Mine is very easy for me. I've been an athlete also my whole life. I played different kinds of sports. I did a bit of athletics. I played netball. I played touch rugby at some point. Played basketball for the Eastern Cape and Western Cape. So I think I'm an all-rounder, and this job for me is one of the best. A little intimidating at times when I have to go into rooms with world champions and big names like our national teams, and especially the men. And none of them maybe are so willing to listen as you ladies are. And you have to command their attention. But it's a challenge that I always look forward to, because we'll sit there until they actually listen. That's how I get into it. We will sit, and then once you borrow me your ears, because I feel what I have to say as well is very important. The objectives today for what I am, my part, is to make sure that I communicate with you guys the roles and responsibilities of yourselves as athletes, as supporters, as a coach, as a parent, as well as so that you understand all the rules and violations and what certain words mean when one says you have been sanctioned, what that means, and what does that mean for you as an athlete, as a coach, as a support structure, as well. All right. And also how to actually keep clean and what it means to keep clean within sports. We start off at SAIDS by instilling good values. All right, so we instill these from children from the age of 5 or actually even preschool when they're still learning play ball, and we try and teach them just to be in sports for the fun of it, for the enjoyment, have humility, be honest within the sport, to build friendships, fair play, and have respect for one another, for themselves and for the rest of their teammates if they're playing any team sports. These values are basic values that will guide the athletes. We still call them athletes, even if they're still learning how to catch a ball. We still call them athletes. This will teach them as well as they grow up in knowing what the likelihood of actually doping, to know to stay away from certain things, whether it is just taking a bottle from someone else has been drinking, like safeguarding as well. So just broadening their knowledge on safeguarding, knowing what to do, what is right and wrong, and it's not just for the kids as well, but we also encourage that the parents and the support structures are knowledgeable about these things as well. So we encourage you guys as well to please invite us, whether you're having a small fun day for your children, but it's sports, invite us so we can actually have a little chat with them. We don't maybe talk like this, as serious as this. We've got ways obviously to appeal to the different age groups so that they understand better and the knowledge of what we're trying to say goes across to all of them. It excites me actually to be here today as well, because athletics, out of the top 10 doping sports, it's number 1. All right? No. It's number 1 to get positive results. but what you can care for, you know what, the ladies, there aren't any much cases with the ladies. So, and since 2003, the numbers have gone down significantly. So I think we're doing a great job in being present when it's sporting events or competitions. We try and be there, even if we put up a gazebo, have a few people come past us, like give you a lanyard or anything like that. You just have 2 minutes with us. It will make you'll walk away thinking about what you're actually putting in your bodies as well, because we want to put it to you guys that it is your own responsibility in what you put inside your body. And we have also made ways so that you can be able to monitor and see what actually goes in your body. So you're not just saying, oh no, I'm having a Energate bar for energy. Why not have a banana maybe, or after you run, instead of that? Why are you having a shake and you don't even know what's really in that protein shake? So if you still insist on doing such things, there's ways to make sure you know what is inside there and what you can do to protect yourself as an athlete should you be tested, and then what then are the steps that you can take to prove your innocence of you're not doing anything to try and be unfair to the competition, or you're trying to have an upper hand or anything like that. Okay, so we have 11 anti-doping rules, and I'm just going to go through each of them and explain briefly what it all means. All right. The first one is presence of any prohibited substance in an athlete's sample. So if you are asked to give a sample to us, it's usually a urine sample in South Africa. If you go internationally, or you're about to compete maybe internationally or in a bigger competition, it can go and up to taking your bloods as well, right? If any substance is found in that sample that you provide us, you are then going to be sanctioned according to the substance that is put in your body, according to how you administered it, and so forth, all right? Use or attempt to use a prohibited substance. So use, obviously, we know now you've taken it and you're actually agreeing that, yes, I used it. That's also considered. The attempt of means if you have been found that you wanted to, now you've got a prescription of a tramadol, and you know tramadol is not allowed when you're competing, that is now attempt to use, and that can also go against you. Refusal to submit sample collection after being notified. That goes very well with the whereabouts as well that we talked about earlier on. So if we come to you, we let you know that we would like to test you now after this conference, and our agents are outside to test you, and you're like, no, not today, I'm not doing it. That could be immediately you get sanctioned, and then there'll be further investigation, and your fate will then lie on just a simple refusal, right? Failure to file whereabouts is also a sanction, or if you missed a test. So with the whereabouts, what we mean is that you go on our system, whereby you tell us 3 venues where you can possibly be. Let's say you're competing maybe in January or February, or actually maybe you're going to be we've got there's a basketball tournament happening soon in Rwanda, and the kids are going to be going, so they need to let us know. They're going from the 10th of December until the 20th. So they need to tell us their whereabouts as well, so that if ever they need to be tested, they must tell us they're at school, if they're still writing, at school, at home, and I'm at Auntie's Yanda's house if you won't find me at those 3 places, or I'm at training. If we don't find you at those 3 places and we have called you 3 times, that is a sanction for you, right? So that's why we advise that you tell us where you sleep, where you train, and where you're going to compete possibly. It's very strict. People will do crazy things to win, or to maybe have an upper hand, or something to prove, you know. Pardon? And losing a phone. You lose a phone and you can't tell us where you. There's free Wi-Fi anyway. You can go online. You let us know. You don't have to necessarily pick up the phone. You borrow the next person. It's easy to let us know. Tampering is also a violation. So if you're tampering with any part of the doping control process, so either if you, let's say, bribe one of our doping agents, that's a sanction for you. If, let's say, you're given a sample and you try and scratch or fiddle with the barcodes on the samples given to you, that is an offense. If you, I'm going to go through how you get tested here. Also, it's not such a great thing. It's not so great. It's a bit, if you're not confident, if let's say, for instance, you just turn around a little bit, like, I want to wash my hands, but you're not actually washing your hands and you're pouring some water in your sample, that is tampering, and that will give you an immediate violation, and you will be sanctioned, right? And people do that. Other people actually have devices on them, like they'll have like a drip of some sort stuck to their body, and then comes down their arm, and then they pretending as if they're peeing, and then they pour it in there. And then we've had even an instance whereby there's a male athlete that came, and his test said he was pregnant and is fully male, but he took a sample from his sister, and so it's crazy. It's crazy what people will do. As an athlete that plays fair, it's weird when you hear these things for the first time, but it's things we come across. All right, possession of prohibited substances. So if in your person, or in your bag, or in your car, or in your house, if let's say we're coming to test you at your place, and we walk in and we see it right there in front of us, this one, it's not even supposed to be around you. You can get an immediate sanction as well for that, right? Yes. So I'll keep going back to tramadols. Tramadols are painkillers. But only Schedule 5 painkillers. Those have now been banned throughout. You can't take them at all as an athlete. Throughout competition. So you can't be taking that. So if you're going to compete, maybe take a Panado, a paracetamol, or whatever. But we also still, just like flu, we advise don't participate if you have any injuries. Don't participate if you have flu. Don't participate if your health is not. If you can't put that first, rather just don't participate, because you're just going to dig yourself a deeper hole, and you can get more sick, and then your medication that you're going to take, or your supplements that you're going to take, are going to get more serious as well. All right. Trafficking of prohibited substances. So that means you say, I'm coming from Sis Queen's house, and then she gave me something to give to our devs I here, and then I'm like, no, but it's not mine. They said I'm going to get in a violation because I am an athlete and I should know better as well. So that is trafficking. Administering of any prohibited substance. So I'm a coach, or actually I'm in a team and we're about to run, and then you say you need Voltaren for your ankle because you've been having trouble. I'm not talking now just only the rub. Even IVs, even if it's an injection, and I know how to give injections. I'm administering, and I'm actively involved in putting you in that position. I can get a sanction, you can get a sanction because it will be in your sample. I can get a sanction because I am now administering and taking part of the act of doping. Where am I? Complicity. In the ADRV, so this is also a bit of the same thing that I said now, assisting and aiding or even betting, conspiring, covering up, or any types of complicity. So if I try to cover up, like, no, you know what, they weren't actually doing that, but you were in the vicinity. You're all, like, let's say it's a team thing. It's easier to make the example of teams with these examples. So it's a team thing and you turn a blind eye. That is aiding as well in doping. So you can also be given anything from 2 years to a lifetime. Because who knows that you're going to turn your back tomorrow, and then anyone that you come across, you just keep saying, just do this, just do this. So they say one rotten apple can make the whole batch rotten. So that's why also when you are banned and you are sanctioned, you don't see these athletes at sporting events because they can't be there because we don't know what they're telling you. They're like, I got caught for this, but maybe if you do this. And they don't know because there's ways to find out whether or not it is a masking agent. Are you masking something? Is it something that you're using to enhance your performance? for runners and cyclists as well. People with asthma as well use pumps. In your pumps, you need to know which ingredients are in your pump. I'm going to take you through our website as well here, whereby you can actually check the ingredients in your pump. Are they prohibited in your sport or not? If you're not allowed to, then you need to declare that you're using a certain medication or maybe any chronic medication that you're taking. You need to declare that so that we know that you're not using it to have an upper hand, however you're using it for your health. Right. Number 10, prohibited association with sanctioned athletes. So what I was saying now as well, if you are in a WhatsApp group and you guys are chatting, first thing you hear, so Ziyanda's been banned, Ziyanda must be removed from that group. Association, literally, yeah, it's not a good thing to be banned. I'm going to say it's frowned upon in the athlete, like amongst athletes as well. As much as there's a lot of investigation that goes behind it, sometimes people get positive tests, and then they're asked to be tested again, and the second test comes back negative. Your name does not go on our website until we are 100% sure and the case has been investigated. You never test it today, you find out tomorrow it is positive, and then you are broadcasted everywhere. It goes on for at least 3 months or 6 months before it can actually be publicized. But be assured as well that if you've been tested positive for anything, your name remains on our website and anyone can go look for you and it will always be there. If anyone is under the age of 18, we've had a lot of under 18s in rugby, and then their names aren't disclosed, but it will be written minor. But as soon as they turn 18, their names are going to be there. And unfortunately, even if after the sanction, the name will still remain there. And I always tell the younger ones as well, it's not a good look because you're going to want to get into a national team. You're going to want to, so your habits might follow you. Who knows? Because that's what people are going to think. Like, if you can start this at 16, at 21, at 20, what you're going to be doing? So you need to be very cautious of the things that you do, because some things that you get into, you can't totally erase your past. Actually, you can't erase your past. Doesn't matter. Either you learn from it and you move, or you just dwell in it and you relive it the whole time. Right? We also have now a whistleblower protection. We try as much as possible to protect whistleblowers. So if you know someone that is perhaps using or is doing anything to have an upper hand, let's say, in the sports, or even a coach or a medical doctor in your team that is prescribing certain medication for you, for your teammates, you can whistleblow and let us know, and we will do the investigation. We will protect you. No one's going to know it was you. You'll probably get tested too, just because, to be fair. So it's not as if, oh, now you're being, that can go as well to 2 years to a lifetime. So if, let's say, you know that Ziyanda's whistle blown, and then you come and you pimpa around that I did it and all of that, you can actually get a sanction for that, because I'm protecting the sports. So why would you stand in the way of actually having clean sports? Any questions so far?
All substance, yes, are they listed somewhere?
They are listed, yes. Every year on the 1st of January, a new list comes out. A refined list comes out with new updates. Even now, I think in September, a list came out with the new things that have been now banned, and it will be updated again in January. But also, we always have like a watch list in terms of things that we are seeing that are becoming a trend in certain sports. And then before it gets banned, we don't just ban it because, people are using it. We try and see what is the benefit that people are getting out of this specific thing. Like now, like snooze and tobacco and caffeine and stuff like that, a lot of athletes are using those things. We want to know now, why are they using it? What is it that they get from it? It's like, what do you call this? Before cocaine was banned as well, we weren't sure what cocaine does, but now you know. Oh, cocaine will give you that energy. You hear you super hyper vigilant, and you know, and that's big also for soccer. A lot of the soccer players they like saying it's a what you call this recreational drug, and then they do that now. Even now, soccer players are starting to use snooze. Now we're trying to figure out what is this like, what's in it, that they always trying to be high on or anything like that. All right. So what we look for in when we test are steroids, stimulants, cannabinoids, or hormone growths. All right. So as I mentioned, football is also like the drug of choice. Could be like cocaine or cannabis, those type of things as well. Oh, sorry. So, but those are, as I said, those are just a few of the recreational drugs that people use, like crack, ecstasy, yeah, a number of them. But I'm going to go through as well how you can actually check if the medication that you use is prohibited in the sport or not. Our prohibited list, as I mentioned earlier on, is updated on the 1st of January yearly. And what kind of things do we look for when we're looking for banned substances? The consumption, if you either take it orally, if it's intramuscular, rectal, or the ones that you IVs. That big word, or IVs. So in either way, if you're just taking any, even if it's a rub, like you're like, no, it's just an antifreeze or whatever, what ingredient is in that antifreeze? It goes right in your pores. If it didn't work, then it wouldn't go in your, like you wouldn't feel it also. So if you're rubbing it, that means it's penetrating through your skin into your bloodstream and all of that. So there's an effect. So you need to make sure that you know exactly what is in the ingredients. So if you open your packet of Voltaren Rub when you go buy it, you take that white paper inside and you write that big name they write there. Obviously not the Voltaren, they'll write those big words. You know those big words that they say. You write those on our MediCheck. Our MediCheck, I'll show you now where you can go to see if the medication that you are taking has any of the ingredients that are actually banned. Right? As much as cannabis or marijuana, dacha, doobie, what else do they call it? That one, spliff, is legal in South Africa. It is very much illegal in sports. All right. Because it contains what is an ingredient called THC, which is prohibited as per WADA. All right. Apparently, athletes use CBD oils as well, and synthetics or plant-based things like that. A number of them can contain THC as well. They are not fully, I'm going to say, foolproof or tested fully. So you need to make sure that rather just stay away from it. It's just like also when we advise the kids, they like, what you call this, the oka, the hubblies and stuff like that. You get to a social gathering and you see someone else smoking and you go and you pull. Were you there when they put it together? You don't know, did they put weed? Did they put cocaine? Did they put ecstasy? Did they put whatever to liven up the party or whatever? You do not know. So you really need to be cautious when you go out. Or it's just like for us ladies as well, when you're in a club or you're out in a restaurant, you don't leave a drink open or turn around for a second. You don't know. It can be in the afternoon, for you know. You turn around just your head a little bit and then something's in your drink. So you need to be hyper vigilant as well as an athlete in what you are consuming. All right. This is how you will be able to then check on our app. You go on our website, www.drugfreesports.org.za, and then you will write there, you see where that circle is, the type of medication that you are taking. So you'll write Panado, or you're going to write paracetamol, and then it will then highlight it or have an icon next to it, as you see below, whether in red, amber, purple, or blue, and then you'll know whether it is banned in your sport. If it is green, that means it's not prohibited and you can take it, and it's safe for you to take it anytime. If it is in red, that means it's prohibited at all times. All times means when you're going to compete, when you're not competing. If you are signing up to be an athlete, just don't take it. Okay? If it is a yellow or orange, amber, that middle color there, that means that it's prohibited in competition. In competition means 24 hours before competition, 24 hours after competition. Do not use that medication because it will have an effect. It will likely show up in your sample. If it is purple, that is in certain sports. So that means maybe it might not be allowed in athletics, but it's allowed in swimming, or it might be not allowed in rugby, but it's allowed in soccer, and so forth. If it's in blue, that means that it's only prohibited in male-dominated sports and not female sports. I also advise that as females as well, we use contraceptives. Look up what is in your contraceptive. If it is allowed, if it is allowed when you are competing, it's very important. That one goes exactly with if let's say I've got hypertension or whatever, God forbid. If you have hypertension, you're taking medication. I need to look up if my medication is actually allowed while I'm participating or not. I'm not doing it on purpose, but it's something that you need to take. Yeah. All right. So if you are taking those things, there's such things as a therapeutic use exemption, a TUE, which you need to apply for 30 days before you compete. You download from our website a form, you take it to your doctor, they complete it, they put in all the medication that you are taking so that we know, should we test you, that your medication is not for an unfair advantage, but it is for your own health, all right? And if, for instance, you get injured as well while competing, and God forbid, you need to be given an IV immediately, and you are given all these things that are actually banned, there's what you call a retroactive TUE, which you would then need to complete so that the hospital and your ambulance, while they're going, they fill that in, because now we need to know which things that went into your body did you actually take yourself, or you're now given when you are unconscious and you can't actually have any say about it. Any questions about this? Risks of supplements and unregulated products. Unregulated products, I'm talking now about traditional medicines and home remedies. But imbiza. I, for one, would say imbiza is very dangerous. Because those are the raw materials that we make all our medicines from. So if it can be in a tramadol, whatever ingredient is in a tramadol, it comes from a root somewhere. Been refined and grinded and done all of that. So now if you're going to go take the real thing there and you're just putting it in your body, come on, guys. So we don't test Imbiza. We don't know what's in them as well. We don't test roots. It's like that we haven't, there's no regulation for that. So that's why we just would rather advise not to take, because it is, I'm going to say, at its rawest stage, yeah. So we would advise for you not to take such things. That goes back also to the CBD oils and products, because a lot of them just have a little small sticker like this, as small as my pinky, written CBD infused, and that's it. They're not telling you everything else. Whether it's got THC or not, what it has, yeah. Even homeopathic medication, they mix it for you there, and then you take it home and you take 2 drops every day. You don't know exactly what is in there. They can tell you that we put in a bit of A, B, and C, but then A, B, and C is also maybe a mixture of other substances that may be banned. Okay. Ultimately, we say that supplements can ruin your careers and your health as well. Your reputation, everything. Like, if you're an athlete, you know, sports it's your life, it's who you are. Whether you now an esteemed athlete, like Sis Queen, or you're just doing recreationally, you need to know that someone's looking at you. There's a younger child, there's a younger girl looking at you saying, one day I want to be. And then if they're going to see you doing certain things, you need to know that she's going to do that too. Because, no, she does this too, so I'm sure it's fine. Let us be responsible and live a life that we would be proud of to see someone else live, if they had to be in your shoes. Parents also need to be aware of products that might contain any banned substances. So if, let's say, you are taking a creatine shake, or those whey powders, or those whatever fibers that you take, you need to make sure you keep your baki that you have. If you are going to be participating soon, keep that. The first time Karen Hoon got banned, it was from a substance that she took from a shake that she had. And a shake in the ingredients showed absolutely nothing. The names, it was not written on there, but it was obviously just one of those over-the-counter ones. So it wasn't batch checked either, because usually if you go to this game, there are bakis where it has a green tick, and then that means it's been checked. So you could take it, but you still need to keep the baki to protect yourselves. What that baki that she had contained was an eye drop substance, which is banned. So even eye drops, guys, also let's say you are using eye drops, be aware what you're putting in your body. That's going in your body too. Be aware of what's going in. You know? Listen. And funny enough, you'd never think that you'll get eye drops in a shake. You'd never think that. So that's why that ban went shoops, and it life carried on, but unfortunately, yeah, life happened. So I'll keep saying and repeating that it is our responsibility, no matter how small what you are taking is, as small as an eye drop that you put, even as an ear, if you have an ear infection and you're putting something in your ear, whatever, sinus sprays, whatever, don't take it for granted. It's medication at the end of the day, all of it. All of it is medication. All right. Yes. Okay, this is what I think I've been preaching for the past 2 slides as well, that it is all your responsibility. As an athlete, as a support structure as well, if you're a parent and you've got children that are doing sports, you need to make sure, if you're a leader in your community or anything like that, you need to make sure you know what you're putting in your bodies. If someone comes to you and be like, I've just made this new drink and you can drink, it's going to give you energy, and it doesn't have any ingredients on it, don't take it. Affiliation as well, it's a big thing. Who are you associating yourself with? That's why also when you're banned there from our prohibited list there, we don't want you to associate yourselves with whoever is being sanctioned and has violated any of the rules that we have. The doping control process. All right, so this has also 11 steps and 11 stages. This doping process starts by when we select you, which is always at random. You're selected, you're immediately notified. Whether it is maybe at the starting line and you're about to run, you're notified. As soon as you're done, you're not going to be sitting around like, oh no, I need a rub down first. You're going immediately for a testing. It can happen like that, or it can happen, we call you now, like, we're coming in 2 hours, where are you? You understand? So you need to be, you need to live an exemplary life, basically. Always be ready. If you can be as clean as possible, that's the best for you as well. Also, longevity of your athlete career, being as an athlete, it's going to be prolonged, and your life will be longer because you're living a healthier life. All right? You report then to the doping station, and then a sample collection equipment is presented to you. You're given 2 different sample collection equipment. You select which one you want to use, so that you don't say, no, Zianda gave me this, and she probably fiddled with it, and she probably made it, she put something there, she lined it there, and then there's something that's going to be positive, I know she did something. So you can, it's at random as well, you select it yourself, you open it, and then you therefore give in your sample, up to 90 milliliters of urine, which is then split into 2, so that the one gets taken to the, they both get taken to the lab, but one will be tested, and then the other will be kept as a backup should anything happen to the first sample, or should you want to retest again. Yes, okay. The ceilings, it doesn't have any, on the ceilings there's no names. So when after you get the sample, you can't say, no, it's written, no, Lerato. No, it doesn't have a name, it's a barcode. I don't think anyone will actually even have time to be looking at, trying to read the barcodes. Yeah. So you're not just going to know that, oh, this sample is so-and-so's. It's actually coming from, even when we send it to our labs, no one at our labs knows whose they are. They're just doing their jobs. So you are not being picked on by anyone. Right. You then are provided also with a doping control form, whereby you complete it, and then that's when also you declare anything you want to declare. Yeah, no, I have actually been taking certain things, or I'm not sure if this is allowed because I had a headache and I took this pill. You just are given a chance for you to be open and upfront of any information that you would like to share. Do you have any questions? The testing, it's a lot. The testing process, as I said earlier on, is not that pleasant. You literally, your top sits above your breasts as a woman, hands below your knees, and then you give your sample. Men, the same. However, if you're a woman, you'll go with a woman agent to DCO to go test. If you're a male, you go with a male DCO to go test. And then you give your samples. You do have a right to ask for someone else to come with you if you do not feel comfortable with just maybe going with one of our DCOs. You're like, no, actually, I don't even know who you are. I would rather bring Maschawa with me because, yeah, I just don't feel comfortable, right? So you have a right to do that. You have a right also to interpreter if you feel there might be if you won't get to understand clearly the process, because they also need to explain the process to you before it's actually undergone. You also have a right to request a delay in reporting to the doping station for valid reasons only, right? Which the DCO will let you know if it's valid or not. So if you're saying, no, I just want to go for the medal ceremony, no, it's not valid. Or you need to, no, I'm so tired, my legs. Unfortunately, you'll go relax there. Or let's say you can't give a sample, now the pee is not coming, or you're nervous. We'll sit with you, we've got all the time. Give you 10 kilo boxes of cool drinks, water, assorted drinks, and then you'll drink until you're ready. It's a relaxed environment until you have to give the sample. We try to make you feel as comfortable as you can. Any minors need to be chaperoned, and that's where safeguarding comes into play as well. Knowing that children, things happen out here, and we don't want any situations. Funny situations. We just don't want any funny situations. Obviously, also protecting our DCOs so they don't come back and be like, the child maybe tested positive, and then now the child comes with a story like, no, but then they did this to me. We don't want that. I'm going to speak to in favor of our DCOs because those are my colleagues and I trust them just as much as the child. If they with their parents, the parents are going to speak on their behalf. So I speak also with confidence that my colleagues would never do such things. However, to protect both parties, we would also suggest, obviously, it's a minor, can't be naked in front of an adult, just like that. Consequences. Okay, first consequence is a sanction, right? Sanction is a judgment against your violation. So, it can result into a criminal offense, right? Possession of any substances that are against the law. That's now a criminal offense. So let's say you've got 2 kg, whatever, of cocaine. That's illegal. You can't do that. That one's even beyond us. So we can't just give you a 4 or 6 year ban, and then you come back but you've been carrying around cocaine this whole time, or anything like that, right? The second one is your health. Medication or excessive use of medication as well, guys, it's not good for yourselves. Best option as well for athletes, we always refer back to fruits, water, veggies. It's a story we've all heard since we were kids. You've got a headache, drink water. Oh, my muscles are sore, eat a banana.
Yeah.
I want to get fit, eat meat. Those type of things. So it's very important that we take charge of what we put in our bodies. All right? And also, lastly, socially, it will have an impact. As I said, it is on our website that Joe Soap violated on a certain, with these ingredients in whatever thing that they took, and is now saying there was an appeal, maybe even, like literally all your business is laid out there. It's not a private thing. You can say, no, they won't find out. I'm just going to leave the club and just keep quiet. It's going to be there. If anyone has any questions and you're suspecting that, I think, you can always go on our website and you check. But until it's on there, there's absolutely nothing on you. So there's a lot of people that, social consequences, yes, as I mentioned as well. You can go on our website to see, on our page, we've got, firstly, you go in there, it's got a MediCheck, whereby you can check all your, medication, if you would, as I said as well, female medication, guys, very important, please. Very, very important, all right? And our prohibited list is also published there on our website. So let me first give you the website. It's the www.drugfreesport.org.za. So you'll be able to see the prohibited list, which is updated every year on the 1st of Jan. Our MediCheck, our TUE forms and processes is how they are. testing steps, how the testing goes, or if you wish to test, or let's say your club is like, you know what, we're going to test everyone. What do you do to get that underway, all right? You can also request that we test you guys. Education material, we also have it. This is our Adele, so it's our e-learning. So you can do little short courses to increase your knowledge on anti-doping, what to do, what not to do. There's now the Korea Games coming as well. What do they need to know about that before they head off? There's also the doping cases whereby it's published there. These are just the tabs that are on our website, and obviously the news that are coming every day. She's on point. She knows everything now. Sports. It's there also on our website. You can always keep in touch, and if you have any requests as well, if you would like us to come to your clubs, we'd like us to come to your communities, whenever we are available, and we urge you guys to please call us. It's for free. We don't charge you. We come and all for free. Yeah. If any questions, I'll take a few.
Questions?
Hi, my name is Wendy, and I'm from Business Fridays.
Nice to meet you.
at Lady Club. I just want to ask, I know this is a lot of information.
Yes, no, definitely.
To process, but it was absolutely informative, so thank
Thank
you.
you.
I think all runners need to understand this, because we all take some sort of medication,
course.
whether it be for sinus, asthma, you name it, right? I think the one thing I'd like to know, the elites, if they have a particular product that they are using, is there any way that they can bring that particular product? Like you mentioned, there's certain ingredients that are made known, but there's certain ingredients that are not, that are hidden.
Yes.
How do they protect themselves as elite runners? Do they bring that to you? Can you test it for them prior to the event, that they are aware of what they are taking?
Okay. Thank you for your question. In regards to that, that's why I advise that you keep your buckies of whatever product that you're taking. If you want us to test anything, then that it will be on you to pay for it, for us to test. However, you can also go at face value. You check on our MediCheck and you check the ingredients one by one, and you sit there and then keep your bucky so that you know that this is what's going to happen. Yes, you will still perhaps get a 3-month ban or a month ban or whatever, because it is in your system. However, I'm going to say it's a slap on the wrist, because you've actually now protected yourself, and you're showing that I was not using any of this to try and have an upper hand. But you can pay a fee to go get the stuff to get. It is then to have that label next to your name. 100%.
I think just to add on what you said, she mentions an athlete by name, which I'm not going to do.
Oh, yes.
But she made that mistake twice.
No, it's not a mistake. It's not a mistake. I actually wrote a whole list of banned athletes, but I'm not going to do that.
From taking supplements.
Yes.
Now she's serving 6 years, 8 years?
Yeah, 6 years now.
Because for the second time.
It's the second time now. The first time was 4 months.
But this is why, you guys offer the service, pay the amount, bring it forward, and protect yourself.
Yeah, you can definitely you can do that. Definitely you can do that. However, in this regard now, that one was a bit. What you doing? Why are you still doing this? Yeah.
Do we have more questions? As I go to her, Zianda, sorry I called you Zianda earlier on, is what? That woman there with the beautiful green dress, on the program. I really want to be given.
No, it's alright.
And it's not my fault, but before I give to the beautiful lady, Zianda, a couple of years ago there was a case of an American swimmer, Ryan Lochte.
Yes.
I think he was the best swimmer in America after Michael Phelps. He was off season. He's chilling at the pool with a vitamin drip
Yeah.
and post on social media.
Yeah.
And then anti-doping says, yeah,
We want to
you are-
test
you. Are
you.
off-season way. You're chilling with a vitamin drip. What's that?
Yes.
They tested him, and they found something, and he got it.
Essentially, yes, that happens because, as I said also earlier on, you also make a pledge when you get into sports. Make a pledge that I'm an athlete. I'm going to do things the right way, whether I'm on season, off season, not. It's just like alcohol. I'm going to make a simple one. Alcohol. Alcohol, you can't be taking alcohol and competing, number one, right? However, when you're not playing, you're going to have your glass or bottle of whatever you're going to have, right? However, that is also your responsibility of how you want people to view you. So if you're going to be doing that and you're standing on tables, that's how they're going to see you. But if you're going to do that and you're at home and you're not posting it and you showing the whole world, then there's a sense of respect to you as well. So if you're not going to do it respectfully as well, certain things, who's going to take you seriously?
Good afternoon. Sorry, I'm not going to stand that.
It's okay.
For reasons. But my name is Negesile Mujela. I'm from Tutumani Athletics Club. So with regards to all the information that you gave us, there was once a tennis athlete who they detected some doping in his system, only to find that it was found through a rubbing.
Yes, a rub, yeah.
So now, how do we then protect our elite runners from, let's say, they're cramping along the road and someone just offers a spray? And obviously in that
Don't take
moment-
things from someone.
But it's out of desperation. Let's say it's, but how do you now at that point? Because you're not going to carry a spray and all of that, but how, because also we have so many tables along the way.
Yes.
Of people supporting, and we've got sprays, and we don't question.
100%.
But now that you're saying that, how do we then go back to them and say, during this moment, are they supposed to just sit it out?
Go back to basics, sit it out, have your water ice, have more ice stations, have more, you understand, those type of things, heating and cooling, whatever you guys can do to relax, have more stations like that than to actually put anything on your bodies because you don't know.
Sorry guys, due to time constraints, I'm going to have to cut it short, unfortunately. Thank you very much, Ziyanda.
See you after lunch.
Okay, guys. For now, just give me. I know that there's a lot of questions as far as doping is concerned, but I would just like to, for now, just to formally, I'm going to hand over to Sis Queen actually to formally thank Mayor Riale Doro because she has to leave for other commitments, and then after that, we're going to hand over to Dr. Karabo Semenya. Semenya? Yep. That's the name. And then after Dr. Karabo, we'll take some more questions. You're welcome to still go back to doping. Ziyanda, you're still here with us. Thank you very much. And then after that, we can lunch.
Thank you, Program Director. Casey, come here, Megan. Fast, run. Guys, turn it down. Mama Ria needs to leave. And we have to release her. She has said it prior in writing. So we need to show that respect that Rale Boore, she has joined us with no cent expected from us as women. Mama Ria, she's making me tired. You know why she makes me tired? She makes me tired because when I started to be interested, it was when it was still Riale Dwaba club. So by that time, I usually tell people, yo, I cannot end. So I then followed that situation until I experienced that abuse, that secondary abuse that you experience primarily. Mama, we are humble as a federation to have you here. We are very humble as the women that are here. But I think the women of South Africa, we appreciate you. You remind me, because you are from sports, we've got our own mama here that has the tenacity that you have. The tenacity, shame, and that because the commonality between me and Mama Ria, she said she's the last born of amongst the 4 boys. I am the last born amongst the 4 boys. So I see fire. Mama, thank you very much for joining us. We are humble, and we've got a little bit token of appreciation to take home. And what you can do for us, because we want you to take the photo with the 3 of your colleagues. That's why we want to do it now. All right? And we're going to give Mama. We want the young girls to do this. We want the young girls to do this. All right. Now this is a big bag. There's a lot of thousands here. I always give you thousands when they use smaller Yana tokens. Mama, thank you very much. And yes, we will then expect the photo with the 3 of your colleagues just right here, and we'll then release you. Thank you, ladies, for your patience.
Please, Mama Ria, on page 10 of those 9 pages of all your accolades, please put recognition by Central Gauteng Athletics. Women's Committee, am I right?
Yes. Madam, come that side. Put that banner behind you. You can kneel. Okay. This one.
Yeah, hold the banner.
No, it will. All right. There we go. How is it?
I think Tandy, is Tandy still here? Tandy is you are the member of Women's Committee, right? I'm going to need you to be in that picture as well. Please welcome Tandy. She came late. She is the member of the Women's Committee at Central Gauteng Athletics. I'm just joking, Tandy. I'm exposing you and your injured here.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you, program director.
Thank you, Queen. I really appreciate it. It's so good to see you.